Howdy folks, welcome to episode 51. We're going to go ahead and throw some fuel in this. Usually when I load up it's dark and I got to wait for a minute for it for the sun to come up. Yeah, I think it starts at midnight every night. Let's see. That must be what it is. It starts at midnight every night, something like that. Whatever it is. Because it's like always the middle of the night. Alright, and we're at what? 85. We'll go a little bit more here, because yeah, see, as you can see, it started to cool down. So let's look at what we're going to do today. We're going to go we need to get this one out of the way, and we need to get a track that goes all the way over to there. And so I think we're going to start with is we're going to use this switch here that we laid out before, and we're going to put in some track here for like a siding, probably even like a little bunch of sidings. This is right. All right, so we're going to go like this, and then we're going to put switches in. Let's see here. See if we can get a switch here. There we go. So this one, we should be able to go like this, and then we're going to put a track in like this way. Here. There we go. Like that. Thank you for sneezing on me. I always needed cat sneezes in my face. I was just thinking, it would make the day so much better. It's like it's a cat sneezing on me. All right. So anyway, yeah, we'll do that one. And then we're going to come out just a little bit. And then we're going to do another right switch. And then some more track here. So we'll get a couple of these at least laid out. And then this one can come out a lot more. I'm almost thinking it would be interesting to, well, I guess we can do something off of there. Okay. So why don't we come out this way? And we'll go out this way some more. Alright. Cool. And let's get that out of there for sure. That one's fine. Alright. So yeah, and we can add more of a yard in here and stuff. It would be kind of nice to be able to go back to this one too, but it's really getting convoluted doing that. So we want to come back here. We want to go across this, yeah, and then we'll come back up this one. Okay, cool. So we'll get this one moving so that we can do that, and then make sure that the other switches are how I want them. So we're going to come up this way, and then we're going to go up this way, and then that way, because that's going to put us on the long track. Okay, cool. Let's jump in here. So I was looking, and yeah, the output is here. Let's go forward. The output is 5 inputs and then 1 output, except we're on the doubling thing, so we get 2 outputs for 5 inputs. So yeah, 40%. So we brought 100 of everything out, we got 40 back. And then the other one, it only outputs 10 at a time anyway. So or it can max out at 10 anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to use all 40 of those inputs, and I believe that's another one that's 40%. So I think we'll be able to get 16? I don't know. 40 by 4/10 is 160. Yeah. That's right. Okay. So yeah, we're going to bring this whole train here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to drop off some of these cars, and then we're going to take, I think we need the coal cars. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop off the coal cars on, yeah, we'll drop off the big long train on this one, and then we can do other stuff. We can arrange things otherwise. You can do it. Did we do have our, yeah, we do have our boiler back. Yeah, okay. All right. We are good on that, and the switch is good. Okay. I think we're good to go here. So I gotta apologize for I screwed up the order of a couple of episodes, the last 2 episodes. I uploaded episode 49 on I think Monday, or it was either Monday or Tuesday. But I uploaded it and I apparently didn't make it public. And so it was sitting there unlisted for however many days. So then when I uploaded episode 50, I looked and I saw that the other one was unlisted. I think it was even afterwards. I saw 49 was unlisted, you know, because I went to check and it didn't have any views. And I'm like, why doesn't that one have any views? Oh, because I'm an idiot. So, yeah. So when you came on and you're like, how did we get all this giant train over here to unload? Yeah, that's how. So I'm guessing some people won't go back to watch the previous one. Well, I already know what happened, you know, that kind of thing. Which I don't blame you for it. I'm not. It's not a criticism, but because it's my fault anyway. But yeah, I wanted to mention that. Yeah, I'm aware that happened, and whoops. So it wasn't you. You're not crazy in that regard, at least. Isn't that comforting? At least in that regard, you're not crazy. Okay, so let's stop this train, and we're gonna go like this, and then we're gonna bring the big whole thing. We're gonna bring the whole thing backwards. There we go. Okay. We'll bring this big mess all the way back to the back, and let's see, we're going to go all the way up to the, we'll go up to the, whatchamacallit. Are you done sneezing on me? Okay. We're going to go like this. We're going to go up to like 4%. Let's go like this. What's it doing? There we go. Alright. We do have the switches in the right position. So we're not just driving the whole train off a cliff. Okay. So this is what we want to do. We want to bring everything up to the blue thing back there. The question is, will that actually fit on the amount of track I laid there? And we'll see. But let's check. Let's see what that looks like. I don't know that it will. We're going to be cutting it close because that's going to be up to here. Do we have... Yeah, we have about that much length left. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Because the other thing is we want to get it past that switch. I don't think we're going to get that past that switch. I do think we're going to have to lay more track. So I should do this. We're going to do it this way. Because fun. Because it's more fun this way. Rail track. And then we're going to go like this. Whee! And then we're going to go like this. Alright, and then we're going to go like this and make sure that we didn't leave any giant obstacles. That one is out of... Yeah, that one's out of the way. Okay. I don't think we left any obstacles. Okay, cool. Let's see how that looks. We'll come back and continue. Let's see. We're going to come back some more. Let's see if we can get this to move a little bit. There we go, a little bit better. That's better. We don't have to be so gentle about this. There we go. I think 5 will do it. Okay, so that's going to leave us, yeah, that's going to leave us a ton of space. Okay, so we're good on that. We just need to get these water tanks. There we go. We just need to get this water tank past the fall. So past the end of the switch should be sufficient. Let's get this moving a little bit. Because then what we need to do is we need to get the Oh, what are they called? I think we need tools and stuff. I don't know. We might have to get those box cars back out of there too. So we'll see. But I think, yeah, I think we need tools. So we might just make this one just as long and move this stuff. Let's see. And then we're going to have to make a track that goes over that way too. So that's going to be part of our adventure as well. All right, so we're going to break here. And what do we, let's go check the map. Let's go check what we need to bring over to the other place so that we know what cars we need and stuff too. We need, oh, that's it. Just the gold and a, okay, no, we don't need any tools or anything. So we just need the hopper and the gold. And that's going to take 5 apiece, if I remember correctly. And we only have like 10 coal, so we're going to have to go get more coal. So let's go like this. We're going to jump out. Whoops. And can we, yeah, there we go. Open knuckle coupler. Is it open? It looks like it's open. Is it done moving? Okay. So we'll try pulling this and see if we can. Yep, looks like we got it. Okay. Cool. And then do we need to drop off any of these other ones? Should we drop off the other ones and just take the one car? Nah, we can take the 5. That's fine. That's totally fine. So we need to go get coal, and then we need to come back here. So why don't we go check out where we can put our track. And it almost seems like this would be the way to go through. Make that the main line or whatever, but I think maybe we can connect. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We're going to take, whoops, we're going to go like this. And we're going to connect left switch. There we go. And we're going to go get rid of this stuff. And then we're going to connect, where's G? We're going to connect our rail track. We're going to connect this one back over here. There we go. And it looks like we didn't catch any of the bad stuff there. Okay. So then this one's going to go across. And I think what we probably want to do is, if you look here, we want to basically cross this and cross this. Yeah, and then just kind of come in this way is what we'll do. So we'll cross this one at like this location here, and this one at this location here, and then we'll come across. So we actually need to, yeah, we'll go like that. So we need to come out this way a little bit. Okay. So we're going to go, whoops. We're going to go like this. We're going to lay rail track. It did click. Okay. So we're going to come up this way a little bit. And then we're going to curve back the other way. Let's see. Yeah, that looks about right. And then we're going to find a spot on this other track where we can crisscross. So let's go over here. We're going to put in a crossover 90. Let's come up this way. Oh, that's perfect. Look at that. That's perfect right there. Okay, so that's going to be our crossover, and then we need to connect those. So let's go like this. And then we're going to connect these. Hopefully on the first try. I swear the flatter the ground is, the more unlikely it is to actually link correctly. It's so terrible about that. Alright. You'd think I'd just give up and try to do the one that I know is going to work, right? I just got to give it a chance. Alright, and then this one. And hopefully we didn't yeet anything, right? Alright. There we go. Alright, so let's check the track. Make sure. Just double check that we didn't leave any obstacles that are going to kill our cars. Okay. So, we're going to cross here. And connect to this. It always teases me like that, and it's not even there. Where is it? All right. Let's go like this. Should I just officially just give up and okay. There we go. All right, so the next one is going to go here. Because we do kind of want to swing around. You know what? This might be better if we do an X on this one too, as opposed to the 90 degree. Yeah, this might be easier if we do like the little X on this. So let's go like this. Let's do a crossover. Let's try the 45 and see how that looks if we do that. Where is that? So that's going to come across this way. So if we go like this, how does this look? If we go like that, what angle is that? See, that's still a horrible angle, isn't it? Okay, so let's do the other crossover. We'll just do the 90 degree. It's too bad they don't have like a just whatever angle. Because this will put us in the right angle to be coming at this too. Yeah, okay. So we'll go like this. It's always fun trying to get precise with the cat launching off you. Okay, so we're going to take out this piece of track here, this piece of track here, and then we're going to reconnect these. Did you see that? I just officially gave up. I'm not even going to try the 1 meter. There's like the 1% chance that, for what? For what benefit, right? I assume that, you know, the faces are smaller and there's less stuff to be culled. Nice. I assume there's less stuff to be culled. Here. So, I mean, there is that advantage to it. When you have the 5 meter, see when you have the 5 meter and it's way up here? See, those faces, those pixels are still underneath the ground and they have to be culled every rendering frame. And I wonder if the people who lave like 5 billion tons of track and they use all of like the most expensive rendering expensive things, you know, to get there. Here, get this here. See if we can get it to there. All right, so we do need to we still need to connect this down to the thing. So let's get that connected first, and then we can run the whole length of the track and check it. Let's go see. Let's go like this. We're going to come this way. This away. Yeah, see, we want to kind of come out this way and come around here. Yeah, we'll come through here. And then we'll come around this corner here. Because where's the... Let's see. There we go. How's that looking? Yeah, see, something like this. Okay. There we go. So how's that look for a corner? Yeah, it looks like a nice sweeping corner. It's not too bad. Okay. So then what we'll need to do is we're going to hook up a left switch here. I think that'll give us plenty of room to come through. And we'll see if we can hook up to this. Where did it go? It was right there. I saw the little chain. There we go. All right. So we got our chain there. Got our link here. Let's go like this. All right. And then we'll see if we can hook that up to a switch that'll come around the other side. You know? That kind of thing. That's not really going to work either. So we'll just leave it like that. Okay. So we're going to go like this. It's right there. All right, cool. And then this is going to hook to here, which it won't. Oh, it did. See? All right. Here's our 1% of success. Successful attempts, right? So we have to drop off the refined gold. Is that going to be... Yep, that's going to work. Okay. So we have to drop off the refined gold on this side. And then we have to go to the other side to drop off whatever the other thing is. Was that just the track doing that? Okay, I think it was just the track doing that. All right, so let's check all of our track, make sure we don't have any of these. Look for the tiny little trees and stuff. Hopefully we'll run into them with our... No, that looks cool. I think we'll have room there. See if we can run into them with our collision box for the player. All right, so we just got to clean these out. Almost feel like sending the train unattended down the track and trying to clear stuff before it gets there. Make it into a high-stress game, right? Playing on hard mode. That's actual hard mode compared to, like, you know, what they call hard mode, where it's more like grind mode. Okay, so, because we're not going to be bringing gigantic trains in here either. We just need to bring in coal, and then we need to bring in the other stuff. And I think before we bring in coal, I don't think there's much point to bringing in to whatever 5 or 10 coal that we have on the thing, on the car right now. So I think we'll go back to the coal mine and then come back with the coaches. So here, let's go like this. Get rid of that one. No? That one's just deco? Yeah, it is. Okay. It's non-colliding. I know there's more down here. Yeah, see? We got this, got that, and then the other. That, it's too close. All right. It might hit the side of the boxcars or something. Because we got those big coaches that are probably going to be wide. All right. See if we got anything else here. Should I turn on my little lamp? No, that's more of a distraction when it pops up like that, isn't it? I was going to say, if I've got the lamp out, it would, you'd see the stuff from their shadows. There we go. All right. Last stretch, and I think we're good after this. Yeah, that one definitely will be in the way. All right. There we go. And then this. So I was looking on the forum, and they haven't really made an update since, I think, July or August or something like that. They haven't said anything. I don't mean they haven't uploaded an update. I mean, they uploaded an update like back in a year ago or something when they went gold. And maybe a small patch or something like that. But yeah, other than that, they haven't said anything, and they basically said in July, oh yeah, we're still working on it. So I have no idea what that means. They haven't said what they're working on or anything either. I would really hope that they're working on adding the passenger, whatchamacallit? You know, the passenger add-on. Okay, so this, we want to go this way. And then we can get our train moving. Because we're going to go up to the coal mine. We might as well just fill these up when we go to the coal mine anyway, right? Alright, so let's do that. Let's jump in here. Let's get moving forward. Whoops, let's do it. Alright. We'll get this thing moving. Go like this. We're going to go through all these, through this, through that. That's fine. This one. This switch. We're going to come up here. These are set. We're good on that. And I think we're good on everything else. Yeah. And then we're going to come across and through. That's perfect. Okay. Beautiful. And how much coal do we have left? Yeah, we got tons. Okay. Awesome. So let's start. Whoa! As soon as I hit the, that was awesome. What even? As soon as I hit the button to like, hey, let's start going a little bit faster. Oh, that was great. Okay. All right, you stop. There we go. Okay. And then take the brakes off of this one. It's like, I mean, in the instant I touched the control, the regulator, it just started flying off the track. That was beautiful. Okay. I mean, I do admit I was on a corner, so I should have known better. But, all right, and we're going to re-rail this. And then we're going to re-rail this. All right, let's make sure all of our brakes are off. Okay. Try this again. I was hoping to get moving before it gets dark. But we do have lights on this thing. There we go. All right. The best part was that it was the engine that flew off the track. All right. They've got a bunch of coal right there. Oh. Right? Could almost like role play that and go into the editor and give us the coal that's there. All right. See if we can get moving here. Let's do this too. Where is the firebox? There we go. All right. There we go. Nice. There's me inside with my little lantern. Aw, that's so cute. I love that. That is awesome. That is some really cool effect. I love that. It's really pretty. Okay. Little details. It's the little details that make it fun, isn't it? Let's see if we can get like a little bit more out of this. Needle bouncing a little bit. There we go. Sun's coming back up. I think that's like the first time of all the times that we've played through the night. That's like the first time that it wasn't that we were actually driving. You know, usually when we do that, it's like, oh, we're building, and now we can't see anything. All right, yeah, we'll take this up to the coal mine, and then we'll be done. So that should take us through. That should take us through the episode. Let me see. Yeah, we don't have too much more to go. Okay. Let's see, we started here. We're about a third of the way there. Okay. I like this better than Pine Valley. I don't know, on Pine Valley it seemed like there was like 30-minute drives, you know? And it starts to get... it gets too tedious or whatever, you know? When it's just... spend the whole... you know, spend an hour just getting from A to B kind of thing. Especially when there's not really that much skill, I guess. I mean, you basically just have to go slow at the right spot, but, you know, there's some of them are, like, going back to the, when we were going back, that valley that's on the far side, we have to go out to the coal mine, I think it was, where you have to, you know, go just the right speed down the hill. That was kind of fun. But the fact that the whole trip would take, like, so long was just a little ridiculous. It would detract from that. Okay, should we try going across the... whoops. Let's do this. Just kind of coast around these. We're gonna let it go a little bit slower around these switches. I think it's the switches that it's just, this engine is not... it's not a strong switcher. I feel like Martin Short explaining that he's not a strong swimmer for the men's synchronized swimming. I'm not a strong swimmer. And that smile. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You don't know that one. Christopher Guest and Martin Short, men's synchronized swimming. You gotta look that up if you haven't seen it. Okay. You'll have the music stuck. You'll never hear the Raiders of the Lost Ark theme the same way again. Or oh, what was the other one? Chariots of Fire. Oh, that was awesome. Okay, let's see. Let's do this. Yeah, let's give us a break. Give us a little bit of a break. Because we're going to go flying off the track here. Alright. This is where we definitely need to give it a little slack. Yeah, give ourselves a little bit of buffer on the speed here. There we go. That was really cool how it lit up in the the generator light. That was cool. All right, we go this way. This away. There we go. That's the tough part right there. You can see the engine like struggling to make that corner. That was an interesting pop there. That was a physics pop. That wasn't the track or anything. That was weird. Okay. Come around this corner. There we go. Alright, we should be good. We should be good to go for the rest of this. Awesome. So we're going to do that. And then I got to decide. I think we might do the dredge, but I'm not sure. Maybe we'll get the main thing going. But yeah, it would be really nice to have towns and stuff and be able to put in the whatchamacallit, the platforms and carry people and stuff like that. I think that would be fun. It's been a while since they've added anything new to this. Alright, and we still got a little bit before we get to the switch. I do want to slow down before we get to the switch, but we got time. We'll slow down when we get there. I'm doing 30. Alright, go like this. And then we're going to slow down to 20 at least before we get to the switch. Probably more like 15. There we go. Alright, much better. We're coming through. We're coming through the tunnel. Coming through the tunnel. That track splitting off to the other side almost, it felt like the car was doing that instead of the track. It just felt like the car was going that way. Kind of freaked me out for a second there. Alright. We're gonna head through. There we go. Can we get up to the top so we can see the rest of it? Not really. There we go. Can we make enough noise so we don't like surprise anybody that's trying to come in the other end of the tunnel or anything? Of course, then you can't hear the people on the other end that are making all the noise trying to get your attention, saying that they're coming through the other side, right? There we go. Alright. I think we are good. So that's going to be it for episode 51. Join me in episode 52. We will get these filled up with coal and bring them to the other side. You know, it's almost like we need to make like a gigantic 40-car train and empty all those out and bring all the coal to the other side of the map or something, you know. Anyway, that's going to be it for episode 51. Join me in episode 52, and we'll see you then. Later.